This is Claudia, my spider crab I bought from the grocery store. But we're not turning her into a seafood boil. Instead, I'm gonna turn her into my pet. Here's the plan. First, we have to decide which crab we want to be Claudia.
This isn't fair. I want to save them all.
Whoever we pick, we have to nurse to full health. And if we could save her from dying, we're surprising Claudia with a party in her epic new home.
We're outside the seafood market right now.
This is Massimo. He's a fish tank expert and has been my friend for over 10 years. He's gonna be my secret weapon when it comes to saving Claudia.
What are you seeing right now?
These tanks are actually great conditions for the animals if you're gonna eat them.
We're not gonna eat them.
If these were gonna be pets, these are terrible conditions.
What Massimo means is that if we don't save one of these crabs right away, they're gonna end up in someone's stomach. Luckily, I've bought lots of seafood in the past, so I think this might be possible.
Can we just pick any one of these and raise it as a pet?
No, we're gonna have to look for a healthy one because some of these guys are probably already on their way out.
They're gonna die.
They're gonna die soon.
With the stakes being so high, we decided to split up in hopes of finding Claudia faster. And lucky for me, I have some good news.
I think I might have just found Claudia. All of these blue crabs look super healthy. Oh my god, no! What happened to him? It's okay. We're here to save, not be sad about the other ones. Stop. I'm trying to help you.
After searching every corner of the market, I was starting to lose hope. We just couldn't find an animal we thought we could save.
Oh my god, we're too late.
Just when I thought all hope was lost, I stumbled across this. If we leave Claudia with this man all alone, she'll wind up being dinner by the end of the day. At this point, stepping in is the only chance Claudia has at survival. I just need to politely convince him to give her to me.
Hey, so random. I need that crab.
What do you mean? I'm about to eat it.
I hear what you're saying. Let me just take it, let go of the crab. I'm happy to announce I have finally found Claudia.
Claudia is a spider crab with a vivid purple and blue shell and a bunch of long legs. Most people would look at this crab and think dinner, but I think she's perfect. It doesn't matter what I think though, because I've cooked more crustaceans than I've built fish tanks for. So we need an expert opinion stat.
All right, dude, it's good. Like, we saved Claudia.
No, it's great that we have her. We gotta get her home fast and in a tank because she is not okay.
Ow, ow, it's pinching me.
With Claudia dying so fast, every second matters.
I want this one.
Massimo went to the pet store where he's looking for what will eventually be Claudia's final home. In the meantime, I'm home making a temporary hospital tank for her to recover in.
This tank looks beautiful and is super healthy. You can see all the fish and plants in here are really happy. But for Claudia, it's way too tall. She wants space on the floor to walk around, and this one doesn't have enough.
As great as this tank is, it's a freshwater one, and Claudia lives in salt water, so we need to make progress.
We're finally getting somewhere. This is a saltwater tank. You can tell that this is a saltwater tank because it has clownfish and anemones in it. The clownfish and the anemones are in a symbiotic relationship. They both help each other.
As great as this tank is, there's still one problem.
This tank in particular is still not going to be big enough for Claudia. If she survives the hospital tank, she only deserves the best.
Speaking of the hospital tank, I'm actually making progress. These are live rocks, and they have healthy bacteria all over them. Putting these in the tank should make Claudia feel like she's just at home, at least until we could put her in a permanent one. After looking at a couple of tanks, Massimo finally found something that looks promising.
Guys, I just found the tank that's going to be perfect for Claudia. It's long, so she has a lot of space to walk around, and wide enough too. I also see a bubbler in this one, and that's going to really help with the oxygen in the tank for her. Something else I'm noticing is that these fish look really happy in here, and I think if they like it, she's going to like it too. The only problem is that this one is for fresh water.
With Massimo having no luck at the fish store, he switched over to the next best thing, Facebook Marketplace.
Ooh, this one looks good. All right, let's go.
Back home, Claudia gave me a huge heart attack.
Bro, is this crab freaking dead? This crab might be dead. Claudia!
With Claudia so weak, she could pass away any second. So I put her into the hospital tank where she'll be able to breathe. But she still wasn't moving. This isn't looking good. Right when I thought she wasn't gonna make it, we saw a sign of life. She moved her legs. Claudia! It's clear she's weak, but making a comeback. We're gonna let her rest while Massimo hopefully finds her permanent home.
I'm hoping that this is going to be the perfect tank. It being 125 gallons gives Claudia more than enough space to walk around. The only problem is that it's pretty expensive. Lucky for Claudia, she only deserves the best, so I'm down to spend the money. And by me, I mean spend Nick's money.
After practically bankrupting me, I helped Massimo lug his 125-gallon fish tank into the living room. Almost immediately when he saw our hospital tank though, he had a couple of things to say.
You did a pretty good job on this. It's not perfect, but you did a good job. There's a few things that are missing here that are pretty key though. She needs a cave to feel more secure. She's exposed and this light shouldn't be on. That's stressing her out probably a lot. She has a 30% chance. If she ate, that would bump her chances up to like a 60%.
As Massimo explains everything that could harm Claudia, I'm realizing I don't know as much about crabs as I thought I did. So I'm going to the middle of the ocean to find out what healthy crabs are like like as Massimo gets ready to make Claudia's epic new home.
We're gonna drop on these little edges where we normally catch the crabs. 30-40 minutes soak, hopefully we get some crabs in there.
Since we had Captain Roger's help, it didn't take long for us to get a bite.
Look at all those crabs! What I'm noticing really cool is we got a bunch of lobsters.
This is a California spiny lobster, and you could tell by all the little spikes around its antenna. Usually lobsters are pretty aggressive when trying to hold them, but this species is chill. Even though they're delicious, I'm here to save animals, so it's this guy's lucky day.
Say bye, Mr. Lobster.
Even though we were catching things, I'm still not any closer to finding out how to save Claudia. Meanwhile, while we were looking, Massimo got started on Claudia's epic new home completely alone, which is no easy task. This fish tank can hold over 120 gallons of water. That much liquid weighs over 1,000 pounds. To fill it, we got 25-gallon saltwater jugs delivered to the house. But before he could put the water in the tank, first he has to fill it with sand so that Claudia could feel like she's on the real ocean's floor when she's in there. Now that the sand is down, it's the perfect time to fill the tank. It's important he keeps his hand at the corner, otherwise the sand will get kicked up, making it so that Claudia can't live in there comfortably. And you might notice a couple changes to the hospital tank. That's because Massimo couldn't help but make it even more comfortable for Claudia. There was just one thing stuck on his mind.
She is not eating, and that is really not a good sign.
Most crabs need to eat every day to survive, so we needed to get Claudia comfortable in her permanent home as soon as possible so that she doesn't die of starvation.
Why did only one turn on? Is this one on? Oh, damn, these lights are dope.
Even though it looks like this tank is finished, there's still one more important task, filling it with lots of rocks and caves so that Claudia feels like she's able to hide. This will make it so that she feels safe in her new home.
Working with what I got, I think this is not too bad for Claudia. I built a couple caves for her to go underneath, and these rocks are gonna be great for her to climb all over, but I think she would like this home way better than the one that she's in.
While Massimo was doing a great job building Claudia's home, I was doing an even better job catching crabs. And I say that because we finally found Claudia's family. Look at how big they are.
Oh my god, that was close. This is Claudia. Well, this is Claudia's family right here. Would you say these are healthy crabs?
Definitely, they're a lot cleaner than the ones we catch in the harbor.
Not only do these Claudias look healthy, but they act it too. With their big claws and long legs, they're latching onto anything they can.
I think that's the biggest ones I've ever seen.
You think Claudia will ever get this big?
Possibly, you could save her.
As dark as a joke as it is, Roger brings up a good point. If I want Claudia to get this big one day, we're going to have to give her a space big enough to do that and get her to eat as much as possible. Right now, Claudia is refusing to eat, making it look like she might not make it to adulthood like her family.
I think I've learned a lot here. I feel like I could take these lessons back to Claudia. Say bye, Mr. Spider Crab.
While I said bye to Claudia's family, Massimo ran into a huge problem.
So the good news is that we're finished with the tank, but there's one huge problem. Right now, the water is really cloudy, and with the state that Claudia's in, it could kill her. If we don't do something about this right now, she's gonna die in that hospital tank.
Even though Claudia had everything she needed in the tank, she was still slowly dying, and that's when we found out that it was because she was lonely. You see, in order for crabs to survive in a tank, they need a friend. Crabs are social creatures that like to live in groups, but after seeing how strong Claudia's family was, we can't just put her with other spider crabs, otherwise she might get bullied. That's why I went back to the seafood market with the idea of getting a lobster this time. The one we found on the boat was so friendly, I'm confident it'll be a perfect match. If I can save it, that is.
You're about to cook that right now?
Yes, we can do a steam, we cut in half.
Oh my god.
If we just leave Shelly here all alone, she'll be cut in half within the next 5 minutes, and Claudia will die of loneliness. I have to convince the worker to give her to me.
Can I buy that one?
Yeah.
I need it alive. Alive.
Yeah, there's a light.
So you won't cook it now, right?
We can do a steam.
No, don't steam.
Oh, you want to take a light?
Yes.
Now that I got Claudia a friend, it's time to head back home, and thankfully, Massimo finished the tank just in time.
Now the tank is officially finished because I put some dope new decorations on there for Claudia. It's only a matter of time before the water clears up and we could finally put Claudia inside.
The importance of the water being clear can't be stressed enough. If Claudia's home is cloudy, it'll be hard for her to breathe, which can make her health even worse. For that reason, we're supposed to wait at least 2 hours before putting her into her final home and throwing her an epic surprise party. There's just one problem. I noticed Claudia's friend Shelly wasn't doing good either.
All right, bro, I got her a friend.
Oh, nice.
Now the problem is that it's like pretty much dead.
Man, yeah, I see that.
It needs the hospital tank right now.
What about Claudia, bro?
The hospital tank isn't big enough for Shelly and Claudia to be in there at the same time. If we put them both in, they'll use all the oxygen in the tank and die. We need to make a decision. Do we move Claudia to her final home and hope she lives the cloudy water to give Shelly time to recover in the hospital tank, or let Shelly die? Because at this rate, that's what's gonna happen.
This isn't ready. Like, we're not ready yet.
Massimo and I are not agreeing. If it were up to him, he'd let Shelly die in order to ensure the survival of Claudia. I, on the other hand, have become emotionally attached to Shelly and refuse to let her perish. Besides, we still need to throw Claudia a party in her epic new home, and we can't have a party with only one crab.
Dude, Claudia looks fine, bro. Claudia will be fine in that tank. Kick Claudia out of that tank.
She just got comfortable.
As we introduced Claudia to her new home, we didn't know how she was gonna react. But we didn't have time to keep an eye on her because Shelly is in critical condition.
Think she's gonna live?
Nope.
What?
I give her 15 seconds.
But then she started moving. Shelly!
Oh, look, she's moving. She's moving.
That's fire.
Yeah, she looks good.
Not only that, but Claudia looked like she was doing good in her home too.
Moss, I know you said Claudia wasn't looking too hot. Honestly, bro, I think... Oh, look, she just did a little jump. Bro, say what you want. Claudia's a fighter. I know Claudia. I picked her out. There's a reason I picked her. She's gonna be okay.
With everyone's health heading in the right direction, it's looking like we're gonna throw that party in no time. And what's a party without a surprise guest?
Okay, don't be upset. I got a mystery animal.
Oh my gosh, bro. Gorgeous, but do we even have the space anymore?
We're gonna have to fit it.
The only way to fit everyone in the same tank is to put them all in Claudia's epic new home.
I hope they wind up liking each other. There you go.
While everyone was in the tank, I was beginning to think this isn't gonna work because it looked like they did not want to be friends. But then they started playing! Claudia and Shelly! We also don't have a name for our sea urchin yet, so leave a comment of what you want to name it. As much fun as everyone was having, it was obvious something wasn't right. With Shelly weighing in, we decided to do the unexpected.
Guys, don't get me wrong. I would actually love to keep these animals. It's not the healthiest environment in those fish tanks. There's a complete difference between a tank and the whole ocean behind us. So we're deciding to let them go.
I got so attached to them.
I did too, bro.
I really want what's best for them.
Sometimes doing what's best for someone means never seeing them again, and that's okay. But before Shelly swam off to her new life, she wanted to thank us.
Came back.
And now for the hardest goodbye.
I'm gonna miss Claudia. Ow, ow, you're pinching me on the way out? That's so fun.
This video started with Claudia about to get chosen from the market, and there were so many times we thought we were too late. But this little crab is a fighter. I can't believe she was gonna wind up on a dinner plate. But now, she's going to meet up with her family in the real world, where she can do whatever she wants and not have to worry about being cooked. Goodbye, Claudia. I really hope you find your happiness, even if it's not with me.